Welcome to Blonde Cards and Crafts. Let's make something together.
Hello crafters, welcome to my channel if you're new here. Welcome back if you're a subscriber. Today I'm going to make a card using the Love from Lizi September 2023 card kit, and it's called A Spot of Autumn. Gentle reminder, if you look in the description down below, click on the More button, it will expand down there. You'll find links, card measurements and everything down there. So this card, let's start first with pattern paper. The pattern papers that came in the kit are double-sided and they're 6 by 6, but I want to make a 7 by 7 card. I'm going to use some of the washi tape. We got lots of rolls of washi tape. I've pulled out this green one because I kind of felt it went with my pattern paper. So I want to make a larger card, but I've only got a 6 by 6 piece of pattern paper. So what do? Well, you get yourself a card blank. This is a 7 by 7 one, and it comes with matching envelopes. And so now I want to take this piece of card and I want to layer up, but it kind of has quite a big border around that. So I want to kind of, you know, put more going on behind this. Now this does look lovely. You could just do a small border, a matte layer behind this to make it pop, and it would be beautiful. But I'm going to add a couple of layers. I've this piece of holographic card. It measures 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. I'm going to pop that on there. Then I have a piece of white card. This one measures. Now this is quite a large piece of holographic card, so if you want, you could, you know, cut out an inner square using your trimmer or craft knife. No one will ever see it because this one will go on top, and you'll be saving a piece of your, you know, nice holographic card to use later. On top of that, then we can add our pattern paper like so. And I like this idea. I like of everything being brought down by our matte layers on the outside into the center. Now I want to do something a little bit different. I don't mind a bit of fussy cutting. I know a lot of you don't like it, but I don't mind it. So I'm going to take my ruler. This is the Tim Holtz one. You can use whatever one you have in your stash. This one is 1.5 inches wide. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that down on my pattern paper anywhere you like. Doesn't matter. And I'm going to take a pencil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw across my pattern paper on one side of my ruler and on the other, and I'm using a pencil so I can rub out any pencil lines. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut around my pattern, so you can, the pencil lines are just a guideline, but I basically want this 1.5 inch strip there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this up. Now you can glue it straight down. I'm going to have a sentiment in the middle. I'm also going to take some of my washi tape and I'm going to use that as a border going along. And I've got some of these pinstripe. They're like a forest green color with gold edging on them, and I might use those as well with the washi tape. So we'll have a nice border going on and we'll jazz up this card. So that's what my plan is. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my scissors. My preferred scissors for when I'm fussy cutting are my Fiskars soft handle scissors. I love this. It's got a very sharp tip on it. It feels nice in my hand because it's sprung. So when I'm cutting, what you're generally doing is you're moving the paper with your left hand and you're cutting with your right, and I find that the cut this will give me is really nice. So this is what I use for all my fussy cutting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut around my flowers, and you know, like I said, I'm not going to be precious about it. So I'm going to put a bit of music on and I'm going to fussy cut out my flowers, and rather than starting under this one, I'm going to start over it, and I'm going to give my little flowers a border. So, and I'll catch you back when I have this done. Now, so there you see, I have lots of little fussy cut flowers and a lovely little piece there as well, so I can use that to embellish my card if I like. So next I want to take my eraser now, and I'm going to erase my pencil lines. Now, so there we go. Now, if you don't like the edge, you can see, you can always take like a navy marker, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around the edge there of that white piece. So I'm just going to use a Sharpie, and I'm always going to hold this so the back of the piece is in my left hand and the marker is in my right. The reason you do it this way is because if your marker slips, you're going to, you know, mess up the back of the page, whereas if you have it this way and your marker slips, you're going to put a line straight through it. So this is the way I always do it. So I'm just going to go over this now with my Sharpie marker along the edge. You could go the whole way around this because it's all white the whole way around. It's up to yourself, but I just want that better look when the two are here, and you'll really notice it now when we put it on to our white piece of card. You'll notice the difference, really. I should have actually shown you the before and after. Actually, you might see it on here. It's kind of subtle. You mightn't catch that now on the camera, but it's just one of those little things. It's just a finishing touch little thing, you know. So now we have our little channel there. I can pop this here, make sure my three sides are the same. I'll pop this one on here, and then we have room here to stamp a sentiment, and I kind of like the idea of having a nice long sentiment there. So there isn't anything in the stamp set that we got. I don't particularly want to use the Hello Autumn or the Hello Fall, so I'm going to have a look for another sentiment in my stash, whether it's a love from Lizi or from someone else, but I'll get to that in a minute. What I want to do now is I want to take my washi tape, and I want to add some of my washi tape across it, just to kind of give a nice border there going the whole way along. And some of you might be admiring my nails that I've done. The little stickers I have used on my nails were in a previous love from Lizi Kit. I just thought they went with my nail varnish color. That's what I do in my spare time. Actually, in my spare time, I've had a gardener around. My garden was looking very, very ignored, and we had a gardener in yesterday, and the heat, it must have been 27 degrees here in Ireland yesterday, and the poor guy was sweating bricks. I went out a couple of times. I was even going to go out and give a hand, but I just couldn't. It was too hot. So that's one of my little strips across there, and I'm going to add one of my peel-offs now, and I'm going to first of all pop the lid on that. I'm going to take my tweezers. I find this easier to pop this off. I bend it up. Do you see here the way I have the top bent back, and it gives you access then to all the little peel-offs you want to use. So, and I can pop that on there, and I'm just going to pop this along the edge of the washi tape. Now we want to add our mats and layers to our card. If you want to do any stamping on the inside of your card, now is the time to do it. I like to live my life dangerously, so I'll probably do it later. And in the meantime, I'm going to take my Collal glue, and I'm going to glue down my mats and layers using that. And I did debate whether I would do a green glitter, or not glitter, holographic card behind, but I liked pulling the blue color out in the holographic and then having the green washi and the green pinstripes there. So now we have our mats and layers down. It's just a matter of putting our panels down, and like I said, you can put these up on foam tape if you wanted to add a bit of dimension, but I think I'm going to glue them down. I know I'm normally one for adding dimension, but I think I'm going to keep this card flat. So again, we'll add some of our liquid adhesive. You can use your double-sided tape, your tape runner, whichever you fancy yourself. Just want to add another little bit to the edges there. And now I can add that on. And like I said, I'll just keep my border on the 3 sides the same. And then I can do the same then for the bottom piece. Oh, and I'll allow that to dry. Next, I want to get out a nice stamped sentiment, put across here, and then stamp a message inside. So let's go ahead and do that next. So I have my Celebrate sentiment in my stamping platform. It's a larger one. Lizi does have some fabulous thank you and celebrate and with love stamps, but I wanted something nice and big to go in here, so I've taken this one from my stash. I'm using the VersaFine Claire Medieval blue color. I think that will go really nice with it, and it does look well. I didn't actually prep my stamp. This is the first time I've used this stamp, so hence the reason I'm going to give it a second inking. That looks better. And I'm going to clean that off, and I'm going to put my stamped sentiment inside. And I recently got a stamp set, and the stamp, the one I'm going to use, it's this one. I have a person in mind for this. This stamp says, "It's your special day." So I've stamped my sentiment using my stamp positioner and using again my VersaFine Claire Medieval blue ink. I've given it 2 stampings. I cleaned my stamp really well and then stamped, and it stamped up much better. I took some of my fussy cut little elements and I popped them on the inside. I think, you know, it just brings what's going on the outside of our card to the inside of our card, and I love doing that. So that's the inside of our card done, and there's the outside of our card. Now you can see here I've also added one of the other little flowers to the front as well. I thought that you know, it just kind of pulled the whole thing in together. So there we go. We have our lovely card. Using our 6x6 pattern paper, we have made it into a bigger card, a 7x7, and who wouldn't want to get that on a birthday? Celebrate, it's your special day, smile whilst you still have teeth. I have a person in mind for this. I recently got some stamps and they have some really punny sentiments, so the person I'm sending this to loves daisies and will definitely get a kick out of my sentiment. I could have used a larger or a smaller Celebrate sentiment, or a thank you, or, you know, from Lizi has some great sentiments as well, but I really liked this larger style in between. So that's it, folks. If you have enjoyed my video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and ding the bell. That way you'll be notified when I post another card on my channel. All the links are in the description below to the products I've used, to the other design team members who have cards made using this kit, and to the Love from Lizi website. There's also links down there to Lizi's Facebook group, as well as my Facebook group called Your Cards and Crafts. So if you're looking for anything, folks, have a look in the links down below. So that's it. I'm going to leave it there. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.